Justin Wilder, diretor de cinema que tem em seu currículo diversos projetos. Vamos ver o que ele tem a nos dizer. Olá pessoal do YouTube, como vai vocês? Estou aqui com Justin Wilder. First of all, you work in the film industry. And how long have you been working in this field?
Oh boy. I'd say about 8 years
8 years.
in film. I started as like a production assistant and did that for maybe 2 years, and then I moved into recording sound, like production sound, and then I started writing and directing, producing, and doing camera editing. So I do a lot of different things in the film industry.
Mm-hmm. And you have directed many short films, and one of them was Hummingbird. I found it quite interesting because it's a film with deep dialogue. What was the idea for this film?
So, well, one, I was heavily influenced by a really famous film director who uses a lot of dialogue. Mm-hmm. And I was, I guess I realized for me, the goal is if you can hold an audience's attention just using words, imagine what happens when you introduce some action. Mm-hmm. So the goal for me in that film was really to sort of really tell the story gradually through just two people talking. Yes. No action, just having a conversation and seeing how that conversation evolves and how it drops hints to the audience of what's going on. So yeah, that was I'm very, very proud of that film. It turned out great, I thought. Yes. So yeah.
And another film you directed, I know this is a similar style with Hummingbird, is I Miss Her Too. I think it's a little similar. And it's a movie that is pretty emotional. So what is the process for preparing actors for the dialogues like in those two films?
Well, with Hummingbird, we shot that in 8 hours, which is a very small amount of time. It was really the two actors knew their lines. They knew it by heart. They practiced, we rehearsed a lot, and they just knew it. No mess ups. Like that was really a blessing to me because we didn't have to cut a whole lot. Mm-hmm. And for I Miss Her Too, I actually didn't write that, but I was asked to direct it. That was Dylan Sharon and Caden Tokarski. And Caden actually starred in my feature film, Apocalypse Love Story. Mm-hmm. So we had shot Apocalypse Love Story before that. And then Dylan wrote a script, asked me to direct it. So yeah, that was cool to be able to have that interaction between a brother and sister and during some traumatic times.
Yeah, and you said Apocalypse Love Story. It's a fantastic movie. I watched it. And what was the idea for this film, Apocalypse Love Story?
Oh, yeah. I used to go hunting with him all the time.
You got a friend?
Well, she's my pretend friend.
It's amazing movie that I watched. It's so great.
Thank you for that. Yeah, it was, well, I guess what started the idea, me and my director of photography were scouting for locations for another film.
Mm-hmm.
And we found this place that looked really like, just like run down and kind of post-apocalyptic.
Mm-hmm.
And I love post-apocalypse films, but there's been so many that were made. So I'm always trying to think of how can I make this film different and distinguish it from other films. And to my knowledge, I don't think it's been done to have two survivors and their 8-year-old kids.
Mm-hmm. And Apocalypse Love Story starring two children, right? What are the challenges to directing children with films in the films?
Well, yeah, there are different challenges, but I just got really fortunate. Kaden Tokarski, I think she was 9 at the time, and 9 or 10, and she I've never seen a kid actor take things so seriously. Yeah. She took it very seriously. She was very, very professional, and she was very put her heart and soul into it. And that was so cool to see. And Byron, the boy, reining him in a little bit, because boys will be boys, and, just getting into, mischief and stuff like that. So working with both of those kids, they're very different, kids. And it was just really cool to watch them grow over the course. We shot it over the course of 3 months, and just to see them grow and find find themselves in the characters, and just as people growing and evolving into fantastic actors.
And you directed other films like Glass of Stock, Dopamine, and My Melancholy Baby. Of all these films that you have directed, is there one you enjoy working the most? The one you have the fondest memories of?
Oh, wow. Well, Glass of Scotch was cool. It was my very first film that I wrote and directed. And my idea was to shoot it in one take. So that was a challenge. We essentially shot it in large sections, and then were able to sort of edit it together to make it look pretty seamless. That was a challenge. That's when I sort of caught the filmmaking bug, and so that was a really cool experience. Dopamine was interesting because it was during COVID, and the idea was to make just a very quick 2-minute film, but I actually star in that film, which I'm no actor. But it's a good watch. And My Melancholy Baby was really, that was a pleasure to make too. It stars Dylan Sharon and Kaden Tokarski, and again, another interaction between a brother and sister during hard times. We did it on a shoestring budget, and just the dedication of those two actors, it was just a pleasure to direct these two. They take it very seriously. They're very professional, and they're very good. Yeah. And that feels good to work and direct with good actors.
Yeah. And finally, would you like to direct a film here in Brazil one day?
Absolutely. I know we talked about the name of your book. What is it called again?
North Park.
That's right, North Park. We talked a while ago.
I really will love a lot if you directed my book.
Yeah, I'd love to. I read some of the stories in it. They're really the imagery is really good. So the tricky thing about filmmaking is it can get kind of expensive sometimes. But you know, if you find an investor and they like the idea, then that's how a lot of films get made. You know,
Sure. Yeah, certain. And Justin, yeah, Justin, your name is pronounced no Justin. Yes.
Justin Wilder Neese. Yeah.
Okay, Justin, thank you so much for you agree with this interview. Sorry, for, my English is still still.
Your English is way better than my Portuguese. We'll just say that.
Yeah, but thank you so much, Justin. Uh, Good luck for your work. Your work is fantastic. I love Apocalypse Love Story. It's fantastic movie. Thank you so much.
Yeah, my pleasure. My pleasure.